この映像はですね、2021年11月12日から、2021年11月の19日までの映像でして、ただしですね、1日は休ませていただきましたので、計7日間の映像です。7日間の映像ですが、かなりの、遭遇回数で、ひどいハラスメントになっております。で最後にですね、この携帯を持った人で終わらせていただいたのはですね、この映像で終わらせていただいたのは、ある情報がありまして、マイクロソフトの国際特許060606ナンバーというのがありまして、バイオセンサーと呼ばれるものなんですね。このアプリをですね、携帯の方にダウンロードすると、私たちの脳波とかですね、体内情報が取られるというんですね。で私たちの体内情報が、クラウドに行きまして、その送られた先ですね、そこでアルゴリズムを使って解析されて行動予測をされると。でこの行動予測されたものが AI と結びついてですね、AI 監視に、AI を使った監視システムに結びつけられるのではないかと思われます。
This is something that dictators always dreamt about.
今までの監視はカメラやネット履歴など体の外側からでした。しかし時計などのウェアラブル端末で脈や血圧などの健康情報を得ることが当たり前となった現代、体の内側からの監視も行われるようになるというのです。そして近い将来、体の内部情報が感情をどう抱いているのかさえわかる感情の監視時代が訪れるとハラリ教授は考えています。
で次の動画なんですけど、もうすでにね動画がアップされてるんですけどね、これなんですけど、女性男性が話し合ってるものなんですけど、両方ともですね、両名ともお医者さんです。で結構有名なお医者さんなんですね。で女性の方がアトランタに住んでまして、で市の講習会、ビジネスのね講習会に出たらしいんですね。そこで何が語られているのか、これが非常に重要なんですね。ハラリ教授の言っていることが、この2人のね語られていることにシンクロするんですね。ハラリ教授の内容を非常に詳しくね、彼女とこの男性がですね、語ってくれます。
Because we need to talk about the future of Atlanta. We're trying to grow Atlanta, but we're having trouble bringing new corporations in from other countries because Atlanta has some negative things about it. One of them is the education system is not on par with the rest of the U.S. That's correct. Another one is Atlanta has a problem with racism. That's correct. The third one, Atlanta has a problem with new cultures, different ideas, because they just have not been introduced to that before, and that's correct. So how do we those were the concerns of companies from other countries. So how do we correct that quickly? Well, they have an idea. So they brought up the smartphones with the health app on them. They said the best way to describe what can happen or how we can make this work is give you an example. And this is the example they gave to us. So the example that they gave, they were doing a conversation between two women, Susie and Brenda. And Susie was in the middle of Atlanta and she gets a phone call from Brenda. And Brenda said, Susie, where are you? You're supposed to meet me at the restaurant at 5 o'clock. And Susie said, oh, I'm sorry, I'm running late at the gym. As soon as she said that, the phone lights up and beeps and tells her she's lying, because the phone knows she's lying because of these characteristics from her body. The body has the ability to link up to her biosensors. So it knows she's lying from the GPS, of course. Also knows she's lying because the polygraph test from the electrodermal analysis is so good, it's on par with the police station, and it knows she's lying. The third one is the voice inflection app. They said this is perfect, that it knows that your voice when you're lying. Also, the blood alcohol content would be automatically measured in her, and she was above the legal limit because they have the biosensors can mark that. It knows that she's at the bar instead of the gym, so she was lying from the GPS. It knows how many steps she's taken, her heart rate, her blood pressure, all these other things as well. So it would know that in a millisecond. And it would give her feedback that she's lying in more than one way. They never told us all the ways the feedback would come back at her. They also brought up that there would be an accumulation of points from how many times you lied, so there would be repercussions, kind of like a social credit system. This is, and I swear to you, the meeting that I attended that they talked to with all of us present.
So we're basically talking about a surveillance and manipulation technology.
So people clapped, and there's a standing ovation. That means a lot of people were for this technology, which very much scared me. I did not clap. I did not stand. I was in shock. They did talk about where was this data going. They did say into the cloud. They did say there was a problem with privacy, that they haven't really figured out who was getting it and where it was going.
Even if no one gets it, I mean, they know if your privileges in society are based upon this, everybody will know, right?
Obviously, right? And they felt like they would have pilot cities. Atlanta would be a pilot city, and to test this out. And they felt they could modify the behavior of a population within the month easily. And this was horrifying to me to know that they planned on doing this. And their own words saying this will happen, not maybe, it will happen.
Right. So Carrie, what year was this?
This was 2015.
Okay, so we're talking about 5 years ago.
Yeah.
So I'm sure you're familiar, and maybe you talked about this, but Microsoft has an international patent, which so-called has the number 060606, and it describes a technology that would do exactly what you just laid out there. It's a biosensor, which includes monitoring brain waves, but all other physical parameters, movement, location, and as well as sampling of body fluids and such. And it's tied directly to a cryptocurrency mining software, which essentially is a way to get money in a digital money, right? So basically based directly on your behavior, you would either have money added or subtracted from your account, right? Based on the same kind of surveillance that you're describing. So this is not just talk at this point, but there's actually a patent on the technology to carry this out from a major U.S. corporation.